Yo, what's up guys? So, welcome back. Next upload, I guess, for Master Duel. And finally, the Xyz Festival started off today, a couple of hours ago, and I started off with a big smile. I was like, okay, Konami released a huge ban list, something that I guess we could have expected, right? I mean, otherwise people would just play non-Xyz decks or heavily main deck anti-Xyz stuff like Flying Sea, or as you know, like play Domain Monarchs or True Draco with Skill Drain or Eltlish or whatever. But all of those cards are banned. So fantastic choice to implement a big ban list for this particular event. Like random cards are also hit, like Extravagance and so on, and Prosperity as well. But okay, that's besides the point. The point of this video is this unholy abomination, is that I first started playing with Dino Xyz or Xyz Dino for the event, and like my first opponents were, most of them were playing like this kind of deck. So what's the purpose of this? It's like a self-burn OTK FTK. Is that the thing with this Xyz Festival is that Konami decided to give you 100 medals if you win, that's good, but if you lose, you'll only get half, like if you're using your own deck, that is, so 50 medals. And that's the thing, you want to, and that's the point of this deck, the ridiculous point is, you want to lose the duel as soon as possible. You know, and that's with this, like 40 cards sharp, a couple of draw cards like Desires as well. You want to burn yourself to at least 8k, right? So your life points are going to 0 as soon as possible. Again, for like your defeat. That's like the fastest way to, you know, get champs, even though it's like, I'm definitely against this. I'm probably, you know, like I have a couple of duels ready to showcase this, but the thing is that, as you see, this is the current deck list I'm using. Pretty much all of the cards here do like self-burn damage, so they do like 2000, 1000 burn damage to you, and like these, I think I have like 6, 7 or 8 duels ready. Like these were the first duels I had with the deck, and the thing is that first of all, I was always going first, right? Like if you win the coin toss, I was like, okay, I want to go first as soon as possible, you know, to get my life points to like 0 as soon as possible to, you know, lose the duel. Again, like completely the opposite of, you know, what you should do. But then, like from like the 20 games I played today, I think about 80% or more, my opponents were playing the same deck. So this kind of burn deck, to burn yourself like to 0 life points as soon as possible, is like the most popular deck currently if you're playing in the Xyz Cup. And I started to realize that, and I was like, okay, I needed to change some things in the main deck, like as you saw, I'm running an extra deck because I have a couple of mirror matches here as well. Like, you want to go second, and as soon as I realized that this deck is so popular in the Xyz Cup, I was like, okay, I always want to go second. Like, if my opponent goes first and, you know, tries to burn himself or, you know, get his life points as low as possible with the 5 opening cards, and, you know, then I obviously get information that my opponent is playing the same strategy, I'm just going to set maybe 1 or 2 cards. Again, not giving my opponent the knowledge that I'm playing the same strategy as him. So, you know, this way I actually have like a couple of wins, like you see, like mirror matches and your opponent not knowing what you play, or that you're playing the same strategy. Then you can kind of cheese wins from this, even though it's, you know, you're trying to accomplish the opposite by burning yourself to 0 life points as soon as possible. So I feel that hopefully the Xyz Festival is like a week. I don't know if Konami is going to address this. Like, it's not a small problem. I mean, again, as I mentioned before, like you're racking in gems like super fast. Like, this was actually the first opponent, I think, that wasn't playing that strategy, and that's the problem, right? Like, I started going into the Xyz Festival with Dino Xyz. I prepared the deck, but I was constantly playing against players like this. I mean, I'm not complaining, right? That's the thing. You're getting a win, like okay, you self FTK or burn FTK, but that's not what you want, right? You want to duel, you want to Xyz summon, get like extra points, extra gems with the missions, but this is so, like, this is so counterproductive, right? And as I mentioned before, in the beginning of the video, Konami did an excellent job of, releasing a big ban list, hitting a true Draco, Eldritch, and so on. So again, kind of force, the players of playing or for playing Xyz decks, obviously Zodiac or whatever. But like this strategy, it's so ridiculously popular that it's mind-boggling that like most of my matches today, like here again a mirror match. I went first, so again my opponent now has knowledge that I'm playing the same strategy. Obviously, he's like, yeah, you can go ahead, like burn yourself to 0, then I'll get the 100 medals, you'll only get 50. So again, there's a couple of things Konami could do, like obviously add like most of these cards to the ban list as well as they did with Eldritch, True Draco and so on. Because I'm running 40 cards sharp, there are a little bit other strategies as well. I've seen Fairy Wind, like other cards as well, but like here, like again, my opponent has no extra deck, so we can pretty much assume he's playing the same deck. And again, I don't want to give knowledge to my opponent that I'm playing the same strategy, but I guess you could somewhat see it because I'm not running an extra deck as well. So this is one of the things I eventually changed. I added 15 Xyz, random Xyz, to my extra deck to again not give my opponent the immediate information that I'm playing probably the same strategy. Plus, and as you saw, I also added in a Tremendous Fire, which is a burn card, like your opponent wants to, and I had some mirror matches already that like your opponent knows that you're playing the same strategy, so it's turning into a super grind game. Like both players like not setting, not activating cards. So actually main decking like a couple of beat sticks like I had with one of my higher level monsters that you can, the Goku card, I believe the name is. I mean, to get the potential last damage in, and that sounds so strange. You're like actually side decking, or putting cards in the side deck in your main deck against a mirror match. Like that sounds super strange, right? Like the card here, the monster in the top right corner, that's the one that can potentially attack as well, but you're playing Giant Kozaki, I believe the name is, Garbage Lord, to, burn yourself as low as possible, and, But I despise this deck. I heavily despise this deck. I hope Konami answers this in the next upcoming days. I don't know. But again, maybe something for the future, for future events, is maybe like give the potential win more medals, more points, more gems. Like now it's 100, and for losing like 50, maybe, decrease the losing award, I guess, if that makes sense. But like for now, this deck is insanely popular, and it's quite scary and not fun to play against. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lead signing out. Peace.